Hey everyone, this is Rachel. Thanks for clicking on my video. And I came in today with some celebrity news. And just let's get started. The first one up is Monique, her husband Sydney, and Kym Whitley. Y'all, Kym Whitley was on The Real. And, they asked her about the whole situation with Monique and, what Monique said about Oprah, Lee Daniels, and Tyler Perry. And basically, Kym Whitley said that Monique is like the fourth supreme, you know, a lady that's gotten older and basically looking back in the 60s and saying something like, yeah, I was the fourth supreme, and basically saying that it was old news and Monique should let it go. She almost acted like her and Monique wasn't close. Well, she didn't almost act like it. You would never know that those had a personal friendship and a personal relationship. Now then, flash forward. Monique responded to what Kym Whitley said on The Real. And y'all, I'm going to say this. What I get from Monique is hurt. She is hurt and she feels betrayed by Hollywood and by her friends, more importantly, people that she called friend during her heyday, you know? Because when she and her husband talked about the relationship that her and Kym Whitley had, she even talked about how Kym Whitley called her on the night that she found out that she was going to get Joshua. Now, you know that that is Kym Whitley's adopted son. And she said that Kym Whitley had asked her advice. Monique said she told her that, you know what, Kym, this could change your life, and encouraged her to go ahead and accept Joshua. And basically, Monique was saying, you're singing Oprah's praises, but did you call Oprah on that night? Now, Monique believes that the reason why Kym Whitley didn't take her side or didn't defend her is because she wants a relationship with Oprah, meaning Kym does, because you know that Kym Whitley's show that she had was on the OWN network. So basically, Monique was saying Kym doesn't want to destroy the relationship that she had with Oprah, fucking with Monique. Now, also, too, Monique talked about how, during her heyday, Kym and her used to hang out. She said that they used to go for hikes together and they were very close. And I think Monique, y'all, I think she's hurt. Because what it seems like to me is Monique is watching all these people that she once called friend going on television and distancing themselves from her. I think that that hurts her more than her being blackballed from Hollywood, is to actually sit at home and watch all these people that she was once in the circle with, Cheryl Underwood, Kym Whitley, and some of the others that she named, basically, you know, tell her you need to apologize and, swallow your pride and make good and make nice with Oprah Winfrey, Tyler Perry, and Lee Daniels. And I don't know, y'all. A lot of people, when I was reading the comments under Monique's video, because Monique and her husband did a podcast and it was all about Kym Whitley. When I was reading the comments under her video, a lot of people are starting to say that, first of all, if Monique would get her husband out of her business and she could think clearly, maybe she would. You know what? I don't know. I really don't understand their relationship, but from watching them together, it may not be a relationship that I could handle because I don't like to feel smothered, but it seems like whatever they have, it's working for them. You know what I mean? So who are we to tell her what role or what part her husband should play in her career? Because Monique pointed out that Kym Whitley, nor Cheryl Underwood, or any of them, either of them, has a man, nor a husband, and have, I guess, never been married. I don't know, y'all. I just get this feeling that Monique feels betrayed. And the reason why I entitled like this part of the video, "Is it too much?" Do you think that Monique should just leave it alone? Don't respond to these fair weather friends that are now going on television and who are being asked to weigh in on what Monique said and who are deserting her. Should she just say, you know what, I'm not going to watch it. I'm not going to let anybody tell me what these people are saying? Because it seems like to me this is upsetting Monique. And it keeps her up in her feelings and keeps her making these videos in response to what somebody has said about her on television. Now, I know if it was me, it would be hard not to defend myself. So I understand where Monique is coming from, because you're sitting at home, and as Monique said, I'm watching a bitch that I used to fuck with come on television and almost act like she doesn't even know me. And I remember when me and her would call crying and consoling each other and really, getting to know each other and calling each other sister. That does have to be hard, y'all. I was trying to put myself in Monique's place. That has got to be hard. She said Cheryl Underwood called her, after, you know, doing her little thing on the talk, and she said it wasn't a sincere conversation or a sincere attempt to speak to her, because she said Cheryl Underwood called her when she was rushing to the airport, and it really wasn't a conversation where they're actually just talking and where Cheryl is trying to understand what's going on with Monique. Basically, Cheryl was rushing and just wanted to, I guess, keep her word and give Monique a call. But it didn't work out. I don't know, y'all. What do y'all think of it? Like I said, do you think Monique should just tell people to stop sending her clips of these fair weather friends going on television talking about her? Or do you think that Monique should and has a right to defend herself? I don't know where I fall, because when I think of her, telling her, just let it go, Monique, don't let those people get you upset, that's kind of hard when you're sitting at home watching them on television clowning you. Let me know what y'all think down in the comment section. So, y'all, this next story is Joseline versus Mona Scott. Y'all, Joseline is upset. Apparently, she is threatening to expose Mona for all the shit that Joseline says that Mona has taken the cast of Love and Hip Hop through. Now, she blasted Mona, promised that she was going to come back with all of these stories that she had, but I don't see where Joseline, did come back. I don't know what's going on with Joseline, because the latest here is that she has quit Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Now, I don't know if that was a good move for Joseline, because first of all, let's think about it. Stevie brought Joseline on this show as a reform stripper, that he was going to polish her up and get her out there and make her a star. It has been this show that has made her a star, because let's face it, Joseline's music is not all that. And a lot of people are saying that Joseline is now biting the hand that fed her. Mona Scott showcased Joseline and pushed her to the forefront, which I now believe has gone to Joseline's head. Now, don't get me wrong. Joseline has been entertaining on the show. But what I noticed this season is, they didn't focus so much on Joseline. She had her role, when she had her baby and all of that, and we saw parts of her family, but they're bringing so many other people on the show. It's like they're trying to find that one person to replace Joseline. I think Mona realizes that in Joseline, she created a monster and she's trying to rein that monster in. Well, they said that the reunion show was just filmed this Wednesday, and they said all hell broke loose. Um, Joseline, from what I'm reading, was upset about the seating arrangement. She wanted to be on stage with Melissa or something like that, and no one else, and they weren't accommodating to her. So they even said that she threatened to call protective services on Mimi, saying that Mimi was not providing a stable home for Eva. Now, her and Mimi can't stand each other. And Mimi already wanted a restraining order against Joseline. I think she went and got one. So this whole thing with them is back on, and Joseline is on the reunion show showing her ass. Now, I don't know if by Joseline going on the real, if she thinks that she is above Love and Hip Hop now. She even advised people or asked people to put hashtag Oprah because she wanted to go on Oprah and expose Mona. And a lot of people were saying, you know what, Joseline, Oprah is not going to have that mess on her show. She doesn't do that. They were even suggesting that she call Jerry Springer or someone like that because that would be more in the line of who would interview her or want to hear this. Of course, they threw in Wendy Williams because, this is right up her alley. From what I'm hearing, this reunion show, Love and Hip Hop reunion show, is going to be off the chain, as they all are. So I'm looking forward to watching it. But Joseline, you need to kind of calm down now, because it's not like if you leave Love and Hip Hop that there are a lot of people fighting to have you on their show, fighting, to make you a big time star. It's just recently that people even started believing that you were a woman. So you need to calm that shit down, because, like I said, you're a star in the Love and Hip Hop Atlanta sort of way. Now, let me know if y'all heard about all this stuff with Joseline and her threatening Mona and her supposed to have, they're saying that she quit. Now, I don't know how true that is. A lot of times when they do this, they're trying to pump up the reunion show, which they know we're going to be watching already. So maybe this is some publicity to get us to watch the reunion, to put more interest in it. That could be it, y'all. They could be leaking all this fake news, this fake news, this new term that we have now, just to get us to watch the show. So tell me what you think. Do you actually think that Joseline has quit? Were you interested to hear what she was going to leak about Mona? Do you care if Joseline quits? I think that she should stay on the show. She is funny. I'm not going to lie. The girl has her funny moments, and she does fuck with people, which sometimes can be very entertaining. So let me know what you think. And on to the next story. So this last story of y'all involves Tiger Woods. So basically, we recently found out that he was not drunk. Basically, they said that they administered 2 field sobriety tests, and he passed both. They said that when he blew on the breathalyzer, it was 0.0 on both of them. So he had no alcohol in his system. Now, what Tiger says is that this was a combination of prescription meds. Now, let me just give you a little background story on Tiger Woods. They said in the last few years he's had 4 back surgeries, and this last back surgery, there was a fusion involved. Now, any of you who have been listening to my videos the last year, I told you that last year I too had a spinal fusion. And what I notice is once you have those, you are at the point where you have not acute pain, you have chronic pain. Now, I only had one back surgery, one spine surgery. So I can only go from the experience that I had. My pain started in 2015, June of 2015, and I've heard every day since then. Now, I went to my doctor a couple of days ago, and I explained to them I've had the surgery like you asked me to. I've taken these meds like you have prescribed for me, and now these meds no longer work the way that they were intended to. What I have been tempted to do, and this is what I told my doctor, is because I'm still in pain, is to take more, to take away that pain. The only thing that stops me is because I'm afraid of what it will do. You know, we have all watched these celebrities and these people take these meds that these doctors have prescribed. Next thing you know, they're dead. And I did not want that for myself. So in my case, my doctor worked out a different way for me to take the pain meds and the meds that I'm on. And we'll see how that works. And if it doesn't work, then their, advice is for me to bump up to another medication that I would only take once a day. The reason why I wanted to tell my story is because I think that Tiger Woods has chronic pain. That is what I suffer from. It means that you have had surgery to correct what is wrong. And even after the surgery, you're still in pain. In my case, they told me when I had my surgery, the surgery that we're giving you, it's only a 50-50 chance that it's going to take away the pain. The reason why we're giving you the surgery is because we want to stop the damage that it is being done to your body. So I fell on the 50% that it did not stop the pain. So as of now, I have chronic pain. And when you're suffering from chronic pain, they try all different type of things. You go to physical therapy, you go to a pain management specialist, and they're trying different drugs on you to see what works to take away the pain. Now, like I said, I told my doctor that in the beginning when you prescribe these medications, they did work. But what I'm finding is they don't work anymore. And that's where I believe Tiger Woods is. I think what has happened, and this is just my opinion, I could be wrong. I think he's crossed the threshold. I think what he's doing is maybe he's in a lot of pain and he's taking more of the medication than what has been prescribed. And that's when you get into a dangerous area. Now, I don't know if he's taking it to feel a high, or I don't know if he's taking it simply because he's in pain and he's trying to take the pain away. Now, also, I'm going to tell you about the the video that came out where it shows him totally out of it. He could barely keep his eyes open and all of that. When I first started taking the medications that I was on, I remember my son went to the pharmacy, he got my prescription, he bought it back, and I took the medication. And I was laying in my bed and he was at the foot of my bed and we were just talking. The next thing I know, I heard my son call my name. He was like, Mom, Mom. He said it 3 times. And then eventually I looked over at him and I said, what? And he was like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm fine. Why? He said, you were in the middle of a sentence and you stopped talking and you started staring at the ceiling. He said, I called you several times and I couldn't get your attention and it scared me. Now what it was is I zoned out. I got real dizzy. I felt the rush. I felt the warmth go through my body. That was that medicine kicking in. And I was kind of confused and lethargic and dizzy you know, and I didn't know that I had stopped talking. This is the effects that just one medication had on me. So when you are combining medications, if one of them does that, when you put 2 of them together or 3 of them together, what happens to the inside of your body. Y'all, when I tell you that I have a drawer with so many different medications that one day I was about to take my medications, and you know how you have to stop and say, wait a minute, did I take this already? Because as you know, any of you have who have been watching me, I've had a spinal fusion, I had surgery on my hand, and I recently had knee surgery. So all these different surgeries, I have all these different pain meds and other medications that I have to take to help you heal the part of your body that was affected. So that one day when I couldn't remember what I took, you know what I did? I didn't take anything. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have to be in pain today because I don't know what I took. I'm so confused. And you know, those pill boxes, you know, I was even confused with that, y'all. I put the wrong pills and whatever, and it was just a mess. So what I did is I held off that day. I didn't take anything else, because I remember taking something in the morning, but I couldn't remember exactly which pain med it was or which medication it was. And I did not want to be somewhere stressed out on the floor, dead or passed out when one of my kids came into this house. So I understand what it is. I think I understand that this man may be in chronic pain and he's not taking those medications like the doctor prescribed them for him. Now, like I said, I don't know in his case if he's taking a little bit more to feel a little rush and get a little high, or if he's taking it because he is in pain. So I want to know what y'all think. Any of you out there who's ever been through, you know, chronic pain, do you understand what it's like? See, there's a difference between acute pain and chronic pain. Acute pain is like you break your leg, and you know, you go have it repaired. They give you some medication. It means you're okay. With chronic pain, you've had treatment for whatever it is that's bothering you, whatever is wrong. And even after the treatment, you're still in pain. And the pain is every day, every week, every hour, every month, 365 days a year, nonstop, 24 hours a day. You're in pain. That's what chronic pain is. And it's no joke. I would not have been the type of person who would have thought that I could consider taking more than what was prescribed because I'm in pain. Pain is tiring, it's depressing, and it's like a living thing inside your body that you can't get away from it. And a person who's never experienced it doesn't understand that we could be talking to you, we could be acting like we're having, you know, that there's nothing wrong with us because we learn to live with it, but it doesn't mean that it goes away. It's always there in the background. Sometimes you can beat it back where you can function, laugh, and talk and joke, and then at other times you can't. And those are the times that you're tempted to take more. Now, in my case, I'm so scared of ending up fucked up like one of these people that we hear about in the news that I'd rather not take anything. But let me just know, in this case, now that you know that he wasn't drunk, do you believe that he was taking it recreationally to get his high on? Or do you think maybe this man is dealing with some serious back issues because of him playing this sport from the time that he was a little kid until he was well into his 30s? And now he's, you know, paying the repercussions of, you know, what he did to his body. So let me know down in the comments. And with that, y'all, this is the end of the video. And I started the video off by telling you I don't feel good today. And I know you probably can hear it in my voice because I don't have, you know, the oomph that I normally have. I'm going to come back, y'all. I'm going to keep doing videos because even though you in pain, you got to keep living. So y'all take care. Thank you as always for watching my video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye now.